Many brothers I be sparking and rushing, mad like inside the dark, call me Bill Snatcher. Just a brother for the rapture. I hang live, holding on strong, hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, and this is going to be safe for the anime only fans to actually check out. So just as a quick update, in yesterday's video I actually had part of the video that was copyright claimed, and so I had to cut out what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, which is the role that Boruto's Jougan eye will have in preventing the Otsutsuki clan calamity from actually coming to pass on the planet of Earth. There's gonna be a lot of information in this one, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So when it comes to a discussion like this, I think that a lot of fans have not actually picked up on some of the seeds and the cues that have been getting planted when it comes to Boruto Uzumaki. So a lot of people focus on, well, Boruto has the Eye of Hope, but I think that one thing that fans have kind of missed is the fact that when it comes to that great scary power that Boruto has, when it comes to Boruto inheriting some of those Otsutsuki genetics and being able to inherit some of their abilities by the Jougan eye, something that Urashiki looks at and says, this is a terrifying eye. That's something that the main branch is afraid of. The same thing with Momoshiki, when Momoshiki says, those eyes are yours to take everything away from you. Well, the thing with Boruto is that we've seen two separate prophecies form, or two separate interpretations of prophecies form. So Taneri looked at Boruto and said that, okay, this kid can stop the calamity that is heading for the planet, and then Momoshiki saying, no, this kid's gonna destroy everything. It's very similar to what you had with Jiraiya, when Jiraiya was given a prophecy from the great Toad Sage, and essentially it ended up being prophecies about two separate students, but at the time it was very hard to interpret it. And I think that Boruto's in a very similar type of a situation here, to where there's two separate prophecies about him, to where depending on what decision Boruto actually makes, the world can be in great ruin or it can prosper, similar to how Masashi Kishimoto in Naruto Databook 3 wrote that the Rinnegan was an eye. When it came to Earth, it was either something that was used as a great destroyer or a eye that was used for great creation. So I think that you're walking a similar path with Boruto. So where it comes to the Otsutsuki clan and Boruto preventing this calamity, it walks down that same path. Because Boruto is a shonen, we're not going to have a situation where Boruto goes all Eren Yeager and wants to destroy the world for an ulterior reason. That's not going to be it. So I don't think we're going to have a situation where Boruto's a rogue ninja. However, I think that Boruto walking that straight and narrow path, like a lot of shonen protagonists, puts him in line to actually shut down the Otsutsuki clan. So what you've seen so far is the fact that more than one Otsutsuki keeps coming to the planet of Earth, and there's a very good reason for that. So we know from some of the light novels, as well as I believe the Boruto movie novelization as well, that the planet Earth, when it comes to chakra and when it comes to harvesting, it's different than all these other planets that the Otsutsuki clan has harvested. Earth is able to produce one hell of a high quality chakra fruit. That's why you've seen so many Otsutsuki be so dead set on coming to this planet to try and harvest it, because its chakra fruit is on a higher grade tier than any other planets that they've gone for. So even though you had the Otsutsuki that Sasuke saw in the anime, where Sasuke's looking, he's like, wait a second, Jigen took on that same appearance. Even when you deal with that Otsutsuki, he's not going to be the last one that you see, because Earth is high up on that tier list of what the Otsutsuki clan actually wants to conquer. And I think that this is what Taneri was saying when he said that, like, yo, the Jougan's time is not here yet. I briefly activated the Jougan so Boruto could deal with the New Age situation, but the Jougan's time has not come yet to pass. And when Urashiki shows up, Urashiki looks over at Taneri and he says, you think you're real slick? You did something to that Byakugan woman's son? and the main branch knows what you're doing. We're going down there, and that was one of the reasons why they had interest in Boruto. And when you look at the character, Boruto's being built up as a very overpowered character for this very reason right here. He's been shown mastering changes in chakra nature faster than his father did, faster than Sasuke did. In fact, Sasuke only had 2 by Boruto's age. Boruto currently has 3 changes in chakra nature. Boruto's also been given the Karma Seal. Boruto has that Jougan ability, which according to one of the animators that worked on it, when they talked about the creation for Boruto in the anime, they had the sketch that the manga did, and when they started discussing about the Jougan Eye, they talked about how it was going to have its own power increase, but it also would be better sensory capable than Naruto's KCM2 mode and his 6-pass Sage mode ability to sense things. So that's why you're able to see Boruto actually see those Otsutsuki dimensions and actually keep track of those characters when they're going into those dimensions. That's why he was able to predict where Urashiki was able to actually come out and react to Urashiki's movements in real time. It's also why he was able to react to Momoshiki, because that eye is very specific when it comes to the Otsutsuki clan being able to track them. And so this is what's really huge right here. Between Boruto having the Karma Seal and the effects that it's having on the Karma, which if you read the manga, you know what's going on with Boruto's body currently. And then when you add in the fact that Boruto now has this eye that the Otsutsuki clan is afraid of, I think that the next step that you're going to start seeing, if I'm right, and that Ten Tails is not going to be the villain before the final villain, but instead it's going to be the warm-up before the villain that serves as the precursor to the final villain. Like I said in yesterday's video, that Ten Tails is going to serve the role of Obito. Obito warmed up Madara, and then Madara ultimately was the warm-up for Kaguya. Well, if that Ten Tails that Jigen has is going to be used in that fashion, I think the way that you actually pay that forward and you actually pay that off is that Jougan Eye is able to actually take control of that Ten Tails. As you know from the anime, without going into manga spoilers, Jigen says 2 very important things. Jigen says, "It's not time for you to devour me yet." Jigen has a karma. Jigen also says, "I need to go collect the other 2 vessels." So what you see right there in the anime is that it's being implied that that Ten Tails needs to devour somebody that has the Karma Seal on them. And I think that if they go the route and Boruto is the one that potentially gets fed in the future to the Ten Tails, because Boruto has that Jougan, just as Kaguya was ultimately able to take control of the Ten Tails. I think that you could have a very similar situation to where Boruto's Jougan Eye, when all hope seems lost, Boruto's able to actually take control of the Ten Tails. And if that happens, then you could potentially see a situation where Boruto gets beefed up, much in the same way that Hagoromo was, where Hagoromo was strong enough in his base to where he was able to fight off Kaguya, and then after Kaguya was defeated, Hagoromo became the Jinchuriki for all 9 Biju. Well, I think that you could be in a very similar situation here, to where Boruto becomes potentially a Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And I think that instead of having sealing jutsu to make it actually work, it would actually be his Jougan Eye. So that is something to kind of keep your mind on. I think that that Jougan, however they decide to play with it, is going to play a huge role in Boruto actually being the savior that ends the Otsutsuki clan invasion. However, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.